Questions in the room? Jonathan.
Welcome to town. Good to see you.
Recording in progress.
What's it like matching wits with Jonathan Giraldez? I know you guys have known each other for a while, from back in the day in Spain, and you've now coached against each other a couple times over here. What's it like going against him and knowing what the Spanish influence is now in this league and that continues to grow?
For me, honestly, the first thing is a great coach, obviously. So it's great, fantastic coaches coming to the league. We don't really, or maybe they can tell as well, we don't really pay too much attention to the opposition. We focus a lot on us, what we want to do, what we want our style to be, how we want to play. Everyone understanding what is the role, their responsibility, and being able to express themselves, how they're doing days like today. So at the moment, I think it's been very continuous from the transition between Adrian to Jonathan, and I want to think that we focus really on us and wish them all the best, because I think he's a great coach, but as I said, I think it's not different to any of the top coaches that are in this league. I think this league has fantastic coaches, fantastic players, and we treat everyone the same because everyone can help you any day. So.
And Yazmeen, we know obviously how many players for both teams were not here today because of the Olympics and injuries and so on. How important was it for everybody who was out on that field today to find a way to get a result?
This team has always had depth, and I think that's something that we pride ourselves on. And so anytime we step on the field, we expect to win, and I feel like whether it's international players gone or injuries or illness, we always overcome diversity, and we're always planning for it and ready to deal with whatever comes at us. And so I think the mentality is always stepping on the field and giving it our best regardless of who's on the field. And I think from the games this season, we've shown anybody that goes into a role has perfectly executed it, and that's just the expectation of this team and how we do things.
Melanie from The Athletic. Obviously today was a big moment for Mac, her debut, even though it was only a few minutes on the field. What can you just say, just the energy on the team, what about this historic moment for Mac, for the team, for the league?
You want me to answer? Yeah. I think that for us it's obviously an important moment because it's a young player. It's not only the youngest player to ever play in the league, but it's also the youngest player for us in the squad, which is what we really care about. We obviously have identified Mark as a special talent. It will take some time to obviously reach her potential, but from herself to the team, what they are doing to help her, what she's doing to adapt to it from pre-season, really, because she's been with us obviously since we went to Colombia. I think is what has got us to this, got her to this part of the journey with the team. And I think the environment from everyone that comes from the outside to the inside, I think they create this environment where people can be themselves, where they, as just mentioned, support each other and understand what they need to do on the pitch, but they also are great people off the pitch. So I think that makes everything easier. We don't really look at IDs. We have people that is a lot older, without saying any ages, than Mark, and people that is younger, but they are all people, they are all football players, and we treat everyone as much as we can as individuals. And then Mark is no different on that aspect with her own, obviously, context. It will be the word that is a bit different to the others.
JD, and then we'll go back to you.
Yeah. JD Walker, Stream Punk Soccer. Congratulations on the win. 11 days ago, Kevin Sullivan broke the record here at Super Park for the youngest men's player. Now, 11 days later, Mac breaks the record here. Was it purposeful to try and kind of one-up the Kevin Sullivan situation and do it in the same building? That's for you, Juan.
Yeah, obviously, not really. I think Philadelphia and this stadium is first. I would like to thank the city and especially to our fans that all made the trip all the way from New York, or they are from here. It was a great environment, and we really felt at home here in Philly. So that's the first thing. and it happens that that record happens here twice. It was definitely not on purpose. I have to say that the team needed her at that point, and that's when she came on. So whatever it was going to be a special moment for her that she will remember probably forever, even if she played obviously in that competition that in the summer. And I think that always when it's going to be always a great memory because we also secured that win, and it's always important to step in the pitch and get that. And she played her part into it, the same that she's been playing a part behind the scenes with her training every day, helping the team. And as Jazz said as well, like she showed that she's ready to at least do the effort and understand the role of what she needs.
Yeah. And for Yazmeen and Cassie, what was it like being a part of this moment, and how has it been having Mac in practice and bringing her on with the rest of the teammates, and how is she helping with how it is that doesn't mess up chemistry or anything, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of what I want to say, like she's been with us kind of from the get-go this year, so she's been in the group training with us and putting in the hard work, just as any one of us have been. So I think the excitement for her is like incredible. Like I remember when I was 14 years old, and like to be able to do this is like kudos to her, because I definitely wasn't ready. So I think it also comes from the team that is created here and the culture that's created here, having that like safe environment culture that pushes her every day, but allows her to be her best. But yeah, we're definitely excited for her.
Melanie and then Jonathan.
Yeah. So Yazmeen, about the penalty kick, there was a moment right before you took that. I believe Kristen went up to you and said something to you. One of the better players in the league on the team. So I'm curious, like, can you just share a little bit of what that moment, what she said to you, that helped you?
Yeah, I mean, she had her full confidence in me. I think she was just making sure that like I wanted it, and if I wanted it, that was what it was gonna be. So yeah, I mean, Kristen, we missed her on the pitch. She's an awesome leader and always communicating and brings that confidence in herself, and then allows gives confidence to others as well. And so yeah, I mean, she had full trust in me, and I felt it, and yeah, so it was great.
Juan Carlos everybody talks about the culture of this club, making it easier to bring a player of this age, 14 years old, into a first team. As we all know, the NWSL doesn't have fully fledged youth academies yet in the way that European clubs do, that American men's clubs now do, including here on the Red Bulls, obviously, as you've seen. That infrastructure is getting built out now in real time in a way in American women's soccer, and there's still a long way to go. I'm sorry for being long-winded, but what do you want to see in the years to come that will help build out the infrastructure? I'm sure there are things you have to change the way you do things as a manager and as a club to accommodate a minor. What do you want to see happen that helps get that infrastructure built out?
Yeah, well, I think it is at the moment is to have a clear, clear pathway for the young players. Obviously, at the moment, you are very talented and you jump straight into this world, or you go through the college and there is like a big gap. I think having, a whole academies, but at least starting from a second team to be realistic and then create that infrastructure, it will be key for the future of the soccer in this country and the future of the talent. I think one of the main problems that we have as well in this country is a lot of players leaving the game, and hopefully now with the USL that doesn't happen. And I think it's key. I think there is a problem as well when you look at the catchment areas. Like there is only 14 teams at the moment in a country that, if I'm not mistaken, is almost 300 million people. No, so there is a lot of areas that doesn't have that access to that elite. And I think there has to be also a thinking process about, okay, how do we do that in the areas that don't have an NWSL team, but us as the best professional teams in the country, and also as some, for me, the part of the best league in the world, and having some of the best players in the planet, we have a big responsibility in the development of the youth. So I think it has to be a collaborative work with the associations and the clubs, and create that really a structure that really works, because the USA can dominate how they've done women's soccer, but at the moment it's being challenged. Like I think that's also obvious with other countries, so as well as the youth age. So it's a question. So it's a good moment, as you say, to create that infrastructure.
And yes, you've seen this twice now in recent years. It was in Portland when Olivia Moultrie came up. So you've lived this repeatedly at this point in terms of the adjustment that a locker room has to make to having a minor in it and all these other things. What do you want to see if they called you up and said, what advice would you give to help some of this stuff come to fruition, to help clubs and help the other players in the league? You know?
Yeah, I think, like you said, academies around the world. I know with Olivia Moultrie in Portland, they had at the Horns Academy that some players got to come up and train. Yeah, I mean, academies, more exposure to the professional training, even if it's just watching and getting a look at that. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly been really cool to see since I've been in the league that now 2 players have been able to do this, and I mean, they're special talents, and so they deserve to be here and have worked so hard, and especially Mac comes in and trains every single day. Like Cassie said, has been with us from the beginning, so she's kind of came in seamlessly, I think, and her hard work shows it, and why she's signed and why she's here is like shows why it's happening. And so yeah, I mean, it's honestly so inspiring to be at this age and see players 13, 14 getting a look at the professional environment and really growing and thriving within it as well. And so yeah, just more exposure to that.
Final round of questions, Melanie.
Obviously, you have a lot of players, 7 Gotham players at the Olympics, and today was a unique experience with all of them playing today. What was that like as a team? I know it's a game day, but did you all get together, watch it? Was it conflicting watching, you know, Anne versus everyone else? Like, any thoughts on that?
We weren't getting together to watch it because we were getting ready for this game, but like a lot of us were definitely watching the game on the way here and as far in as we could until we needed to like really concentrate and get ready for our game. But like it's so fun, right? Like I just think like watching the Olympics in general is just so fun. Like I've always been one that like grew up just like watching every single sport. So obviously soccer, like the Zambia Australia game was so exciting today too, and those have NWSL players as well. So for sure watching our teammates succeed. Germany, I think, will kind of be right there and be strong. So we're watching for sure.
Gary and then JD.
Hi, Coach. With the national team replacement player pool getting a little bit shorter, you brought in players that are familiar with the team, like Nicole Baxter, Sabrina Flores. It's really good to see them back on the team. So what did they brought back to the team, or why did you choose them specifically?
Yeah, I think for me, when they both decided that they wanted to come, I think, because obviously it's not only one way, it's both ways. For me, it was really special. I think I didn't have the chance to work with Bax before, but she was really complimentary of the change that has happened in the club in this period. So, you know, as I said before, it's difficult for some of these players to come out of this environment. So having her back is been fantastic, and she's obviously familiar with a lot of the players, and fantastic professional, fantastic person, and hopefully we can see her playing in some of these games coming up. And Sabrina, even if she's been gone for a while, I think we all consider her part of the team. She shared the changing room and every experience. She was a champion of the NWSL with the team last year. She's an amazing person and an inspiration for young people. We will see that out of here. As you can see, she's super fit as well. Like, she keeps herself in the best shape possible, and today she showed what she can do. No, I really hope that after this she keeps going with her career, if that's what she wants to. But for me, seeing her today, calling her in, you know, it brought back so many memories, and she came on the pitch and she did so well, and I'm sure she, you know, I'm super proud of her. I think, you know, the team also felt that way because, you know, it's not been easy for her, and coming on and helping the team to win this game is such a difficult condition. So it's great to have her back, and then on top of that playing, I think it is a lot of credit to herself for all the work she does, and super happy that she got the chance to be able to perform how she did and be as happy as she probably is right now.
Last question, JD.
Okay. Now, how does the team prepare going forward in this tournament with, of course, all of the absences with the Olympic team and everything else now, and after today's victory? How does the team move forward from here?
Honestly, business as usual for us. Like Juan said, we don't really focus too much on the opponent. We do what we do, and so it's the same game plan, the same execution, and the same way we want to play. So yeah, business as usual, honestly.
Very good answer.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.